What's going on, YouTube? This is OminousZ, and today we're going to talk about the last and final DLC that was released from DICE for Battlefield 3, which is called Endgame. I've got to tell you, after about a few hours of playing, this is probably one of the better DLCs that DICE has released. I think the maps are very well done. They're large for your aerial combats, your infantry, your armored, but they're not as large as I would say as Armored Kill. So they're very nicely done. This is a snow map, which is one of my favorite maps. It's very nice. The game modes included are your typical conquest modes, conquest large, your 6-7 flag caps. Then you have your capture the flag mode, which we will get into a little later, and your air superiority mode, which is actually a first for DICE. So I will say I don't know all the names of the maps, but this is very nicely done. I enjoy this DLC a lot. I still have to, get into it a little bit more, test it out, and see what I can find. Now, this is the capture the flag mode, which is very, very interesting. They brought it back from Battlefield 2, which I'm glad, because this is one of my favorite modes. I enjoyed it back then, and I enjoy it now. However, you will die a lot, especially if you're someone like me that likes to play the objective, get in there, arm the MCOMs, cap the flags, So it's very unforgiving if you're going to just run in there and cap that flag, because there's a lot of things to think about. A lot of the enemies will cap or camp the buildings around the flag. They'll wait for you to come in. There'll be C4 on the flag, claymores. So you got to be coordinated. You got to be smart when you run in there. You want to definitely go in there with a team, clear the buildings out first, and then grab that flag. Okay, because everyone in the game will know that you have that flag. The enemies will be alerted to it, your friendlies will be alerted to it, and your position will pop up on that minimap. So basically, your friendlies are trying to defend you, and the enemies are trying to kill you. So it's very intense. Your adrenaline is going to be going a mile a minute, especially when you have that flag, and when you're on those dirt bikes, which is very, very nice. I think DICE did a great job with those things. For this mode, you're definitely going to need it, because you want to get in there, take the flag back to your base, and it counts as a point. And when you reach the limit, you win the game. Or if the counter counts down and you have the most flags, then your team wins. So very, very nice, and kudos to DICE for that. Now, this is another map for the capture the flag, also this for your air superiority and your conquest. This is open. It's very nice. A lot of sand, some mountains in the background, just a big open battleground. Kind of reminds me of some of the Armored Kill maps. So I like what they also did with this map here. It's very well balanced. The flags are in good spots. But when you run across this road over here, you got to be very careful, because it is open field, so you got to look out for snipers. I think these maps and modes are a haven for snipers, so you either want to fly in there on a chopper and jump down, or just spawn in on a beacon. That's a lucky shot there on a motorcycle. And the final game mode we're going to talk about is the air superiority mode, which is another favorite of mine. But I do have some gripes with this mode. Okay, I like that you can spawn in the air. You don't have to worry about spawning on a runway and taking off, because that would have been chaotic when you have 30, 40 people trying to jump in a jet. Basically, you just wait at the spawn screen for a jet to spawn in. You deploy right into it. There's jets all around. This is like watching a movie of Top Gun or Iron Eagle. It's wonderful. It's very intense and a lot going on. But with that said, this mode I'm playing is basically a conquest mode for jets, which you fly around the blimp and you cap the flag. Now, it's nice. It's a nice concept. However, you got a lot going on. You're getting locked on. There's jets flying all over the place, and now you have to worry about capping the flags. I'm not too keen on this because it's just too much to worry about, especially when you're getting locked on. Secondly, the ECM and flares still don't work all the time, which is not great for a mode like this because you're gonna get shot down even though you deploy your flares or you deploy your ECM. I wish DICE would have fixed this before releasing this DLC, but apparently it still only works about 50, I would say 60% of the times. Also, the elevation cap has not been increased. I don't know why that hasn't been increased, to be honest, because when you've got 20, 30, 40 jets flying around, you're going to stall out, and you're going to stall out a lot, and that's going to be a result of you getting killed. So I wish DICE would have at least increased the elevation cap, or maybe in the next patch. Not sure what they're going to do with that, but I wish that would have been done. And also, if you noticed in the videos, those blimps that are holding up the flags, that's what you have to fly around. The problem with those blimps are they're made out of solid rock. So if you crash into them, you're going to explode. That's another thing you've got to worry about. So I would just like this mode in Team Deathmatch. I'm not sure if the servers can do it. I'm not sure if actually it's available. I haven't played it yet. But this mode is a Team Deathmatch mode. Just get to the score or the time limit, and then the game is over. And best team wins. So, again, I gotta say, even though it has its little things and, there's some work that needs to be done, this is a lot of fun. This air superiority mode is a lot of fun. If you're not a pilot, well, I would suggest that you practice before jumping in here, because you're not going to last very long. Or, just come in here and practice. You're going to get shot down a lot, but this is definitely a great mode for people that just like to fly and want to shoot down other jets. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review and my first impressions of the DLC. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, I'll catch you on the battlefield. Take care.